Hey guys, my name is Matimi0, and today I wanted to go over some Battlefield 3 criticisms that I have. I must say that I'm having an absolute blast with the beta. I absolutely love this game, but I want to kind of critique some of the things that I would like to see changed before before it's released and we have it on the 25th. I am not going to go over all of the bugs. There's really no reason. The glitching is annoying, but it's not something they are aware of it. They're going to hopefully be fixing it before then. I just want to go over some actual gameplay issues that I find to be a little frustrating and I think need some tweaking. So this isn't a rant that the game is glitchy. It is glitchy, but I wanted to be a little bit more constructive than that because that's not really going to get us anywhere. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the flashlights that you can have at the end of your weapons and also the lasers. I think it's a cool concept, but I think it needs some tweaking. As of right now, especially if you're indoors and it's a dark area, if you come across someone who has a flashlight, you are completely blinded. And I know this is intended, but I think right now it's a little bit overdone. For the most part, if I come across someone indoors and they have a flashlight, they have a huge advantage over me. And while I know there is supposed to be an advantage, there really isn't a counter, at least not right now that I know of, to to not having a flashlight. So if you come across someone, you really have no perks or no way of eliminating that ridiculous blinding light. If there was some way to counter this, I think it would be good, but right now the flashlight has no countermeasures, and I think that is a problem. Also, outside, it is a little bit too blinding as well. I'm not really sure how powerful these flashlights are, but in most cases, when you're outside, your eyes are less dilated, and so they're going to take in less light. And so even if there is a flashlight, it's not going to have that large of an effect on you. This is kind of science. At least they may be using some pretty badass flashlights, but I really don't think that's the case. So I think outside flashlights should be pretty much nullified. I really don't think that they really should benefit you at all. I think they should actually be they should actually hurt you. They should notify the enemy as to where you're at, and that should get you killed, to be honest. At least that's my opinion. As for the lasers, I also think they're very cool, but I'm not sure if it's implemented to where if the laser is pointed at your head, if that's when you actually see the laser on your screen, or if it's anywhere on your body. If it's anywhere on your body, I think that's a little bit too ridiculous because it's also a little bit blinding. It does notify you if someone is shooting or trying to get a shot off on you, but just having these blinding lights in your on your screen is just a little bit frustrating. I think it should be toned down a little bit because, like I said, there really, or at least not to my knowledge, there isn't anything that actually counters it. So I think the flashlights and the lasers are a cool idea. I just think they need to be toned down a little bit. So something else that I would really like to see in the released version of this game is some sort of squad management when you are actually in game. Right now, and I think I've heard somewhere that they have no plans of implementing this. I could be wrong, but right now the only way to actually manage your squad is to do it through battle log. And so you set up your friends, you join a party, and then you join into a game, and then I think you are all in the same squad. If that is the case, and that's the only way to actually go about it, I think that that's a little narrow-minded and doesn't really speak to how a lot of players will, come across their friends. For the most part, you're going to have a friend who's already in a game, you're going to jump into that game, and if you're placed on a different team, or let's say your squad is already full, they're not going to be in your squad. So I just think that having some sort of squad management when you actually are in the game is just essential to. I have no reason why this shouldn't be implemented. I'm not sure what their thought process behind not having it in game is. They had it in Bad Company, they had it in Battlefield 2, so I'm just not sure what they're thinking. So if I could have something, I would really enjoy some sort of squad management while you're in the game. Another thing is the recon glint. I know a lot of people are pretty upset by this, but if you're not aware of what it actually is, if you have a high-powered scope, you don't have to be playing as a recon. It can really be on any weapon that is using a high-powered scope. There will be a glint that shows off on your rifle, or the scope, and it just notifies players that you are you're there. And to be honest, I think that it is a little bit too ridiculous. As of right now, if I try to snipe snipers, I just feel like I'm shooting at lights. I can't see where their head is. I can kind of assume where their head is, but it's just I think that they should change it so that it isn't just a constant stream of light and that it only happens every once in a while. I would assume in the field it would occur when a sniper is, in a position, he moves his scope and a flash of light hits the lens and then it bounces out and you see that little glint really quickly. I think it should just be a tool that notifies the enemy that there is a sniper that could be camping in that area. Just to have this constant stream of light, I think, is just obnoxious. It takes away from the whole sniping experience or killing that individual person, in my opinion. I really like to see what I'm killing, what I'm shooting at, and I just don't think it really adds a whole lot to the game right now. I'm glad that they are trying to take precautions to eliminate those camping snipers that really aren't contributing to most team battles, but I think that they have overdone it in this case, and I would like to, like I said, have it happen less frequently and maybe just tone down the actual flash itself. So I think if they do that, it will make sniping, first of all, a little bit more enjoyable. And if you're trying to actually kill a sniper, you don't just feel like you're shooting at lights and it's not just a light show. So at least that's my opinion. But this about wraps up the video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any constructive criticism for DICE and what you think that should be changed before the retail version of Battlefield 3 is released, please let me know in the comment section below. Please try to be constructive. Don't just say Battlefield 3 is amazing, it's flawless, or it just sucks and it's going to fail. Try to be constructive. But if you did enjoy this video, I would appreciate it if you could give it a rating, and also if you'd like to be notified of new videos from me, I recommend that you subscribe to my channel and also follow me on Twitter. But until next time, guys, have a good one and take it easy.